the balance in my life is perfect now. He went around the outside and he got sat up and went straight through the chicane. Thank you very much. He just start turning me over, then I was like, you know, I'll move to the side. Never had any drugs, I don't know. I've had drugs, got addicted to them when I burnt my leg, so that was a world of real fucking mess that was, because there's nobody to turn to at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're injured. He stood on the podium, dropped his bottle of champagne. He had lost that finger, didn't he? The wedding ring finger was gone after the Tandragee crash. Aprilia to Daytona in 1997 in hand luggage.
Welcome to Donington Park. Welcome to Completely Motorbikes Kawasaki's rooftop garden. In this episode, we sit down with an absolute road racing legend. For the first time for me in 11 years of doing podcasting, it's the first opportunity I've ever had to do it, and it was an absolute dream. The man really needs no introduction. This is John McGuinness MBE, and this is Off Track, the motorcycle racing podcast.
Yeah.
Depending on how long we've got.
I like it. Like, he's all right, he's good egg, isn't he? You know, I've watched him nerd, you know, sort of come into the ride he is, really. You know, it's pleased for him. Yeah, all the pennies have dropped and the planets have lined up for him. So yeah, he's in a good little sweet spot. You know, I think he's better off winning that Superstock Championship than not being quite ready with a superbike. You know, it's just another year on them. Superbikes won't do him any harm, I don't think. So yeah, no, it's good. Yeah,
I agree completely.
On the podium with him. Wrong way around, like.
It was one of the questions, yeah. So tell you what I'm going to do. We've dropped straight into the show already. This is really easy. John McGuinness, welcome to Off Track.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for doing this for 11 years. It's the first time we've had a chance to sit down. So
yeah, I've been avoiding you. Been sneaking around, I can see in the paddock.
This is you and keep saying, I'll ask me dad, and then I never get a reply. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that.
Speedway Grand Prix on tonight from Germany. I'll just watch first 4 heats of that, and you dragged me into this.
Alex,
so you are proper, like, you know.
I'm impressed. Thank you. I am. I feel it. Thanks, mate. Speaking of Speedway, you were down at Bellevue on Monday, weren't you?
Yeah, I go to Bellevue regularly. Yeah, I go to as many matches as I can. We used to go to loads. You know, when I was like 7, 8, 9, while we were doing BSB. You know, over at Brands, we used to go to Arena Essex.
Yeah.
When we were at Thruxton, we went to Swindon. Donington, like this one, we go to Sheffield. So yeah, especially Knockhill as well. You go Knockhill and you go to Edinburgh. That was on a Friday night, so we did loads of speedway matches. But yeah, it's not just quite as popular anymore. A lot of the tracks have gone, but I still go regularly to watch and yeah.
Well, we're a similar age, so you remember like Ollie Olsen and people like that, and Bruce Pennell and the rest of them.
Yeah, Bruce. Ivan Major's a bit older, isn't he? But
Ivan Major as well, yeah.
Chris Wharton's, yeah, there's loads of good. I have quite a few good mates that are speedway riders. Some, you know, you have loads of mates though everywhere, but some good mates are old speedway riders. One called Peter Carr who rode for Bellevue and Edinburgh, and and he's like 60. He'd be 60-year-old, and I'm 52, so he's a little bit older than me, but he's really inspirational because the silly old twat is still doing it. You know what I mean? He's still racing himself, not speedway, but bit of vintage motocross, so he keeps me sharp. So
it's like Granty. Granty's nearly 80 and he's still doing his trials and everything.
I did a trial with Granty. I did that Manx Classic 2-day, and I was like, I agreed to do it. I've never done a trial before, and I was like, oh no, I don't really want to do this. I thought it was going to be really crap and boring. I had a right good laugh. I had a proper good laugh. Upside down in ditches and upside down in rivers and that. And I'm like making a right hash of everything. Granty's just cleaning everything on his own bantam, and I was on this cub thing. I think there was more oil going on the phone than was going in the engine, but I said to Granty, it's pissing oil out. He's like, oh, I'll be all right, I'll be fine. But no, yeah, it's good to see him. But if you're keeping that, I call it the hamster wheel. So like age is just a number, I think. But if you just keep going and going and going and going, I think that you can keep going into rightful old age.
You've got plenty of time to do it. I'm just making sure that. Yeah, it is. I have fear of microphones not being switched on. No, battery's fine. It's the microphone I was thinking I hadn't switched on. But you have got to keep on the hamster wheel. It's absolutely right. There's age is anything but a number these days.
It's hard. It gets harder, and I make it harder for myself because I don't train much, and it's a bit of a sore subject in the Honda camp because I'm always, you know, it's funny. It's like my office. If I was walking up 20 flights of stairs or pedaling a bike for 5 miles, I'd be grumpy and upset and struggling. But I can ride a bike till I'm blue in the face, and it probably maybe I need a kick in the arse and sort of struggle a little bit on the bike, which probably might make me train a little bit. But I'm a bit heavy and a bit sort of unfit, if you like, in certain ways. But the old muscle memory, bike fitness, strength on that works pretty good for me. So, you know, I can't. It's hard to try and fix something that's not broken, but it's weird. I've got no legs and a long body, and everybody just rips me to death because I just look shit. I mean, I have the best leathers in the world, Alpine style leathers, and I make a great pair of leathers look shit. So it's a bit frustrating, but yeah.
Can't help biology, can you?
I know, that's it. It's weird. I just, like, it is what it is, but I have to get the balance right, you know. I've had a bit of stick recently off a few pricks on the old social media, having a pop at me about my weight and stuff, and it goes deep sometimes, you know. You mind your own business and things like that. Somebody has a little troll at you, it's quite hard, but the balance in my life is perfect now. I'm 52. I still get to ride the Hondas. All my loyal sponsors, all my friends are all 100% behind me. Win, lose or draw, they're behind me from 6th, 1st, 7th, whatever. It doesn't really make any difference. And for me, I'm really happy to be able to just compete, be competitive, hold my own, and that's sort of where we are at the minute.
Northwest 200. You've gone around there faster than you've ever done before.
Yeah.
Stuck it on the podium for the first time in 12 years. It's not bad for a 52-year-old, is it? Let's be fair.
Yeah, it really, really, really good. I was really happy the way everything was going with my racing. You know, we had a little issue with no super bikes, but I just thought, you know what, put that to the back of your mind. We've got what we've got. We've got the super stock bikes, which are really, really good. And, you know, it's weird, you don't just rock up at the Northwest and get on the podium. There's loads before it, you know. I went to Estoril to test in January off my own bike. I went to Portugal to launch the 2024 5-lane, did 1,200 miles with all the journalists. And it's all under the radar, but it's loads of bike fitness, it's loads of getting dialed into it all. I did a personal best lap time at Donington here at the BSB test. I did a personal best lap time at Alton Park at the BSB test. So we hit the ground running a little bit. So, you know, Erwin, no chance. Toddy with no chance. Dean, Michael, they had better pace than me, you know, that's it. But we were there with the rest of the guys, you know. There was me, Hilliard, Connor, Paul Jordan, you know, and we're all, you know, all enjoying our little group. Well, we're a million miles away, but like I say, it's, you know, Dean broke down, and I sort of got semi-gifted my podium. You know, you know, well, you don't get gifted, do you? Suppose you got to be in them and make the right decisions at the right time, and
you can't affect what other people do.
No.
So,
but I had the pace. I had that pace for where we were, which was, you know, it's funny. I had a great race with Hilly, and obviously James. I love James. He's a family man. He's a gentleman. So, you know, you can ride wheel to wheel with James, and you know he's not going to do what stupid. So we were swapping positions, and then we came down the coast road, and there was a slower rider there, and I was like, which way are we going to go here? And he went right, I went left, and he went around the outside, and he got sat up and went straight through the chicane. Thank you very much, and that just gifted me the spot. But like I say, you've got to be clever sometimes in racing, and it's a millisecond decision which way to go. But yeah, I mean, it's quite emotional for me. First time my daughter went, Maisie, so it's quite nice for Maisie she's 14 now, so she was brollying for me. This is really, really cool. You know, my son works a monster, so he's sort of dying around the paddock and the pits and keeping his eye on things. And obviously my missus Becky have been together 34 years, so yeah, the right people was there. So it was, you know, I could hear the cheer above the noise of the engine, which was really, really special. But yeah, 12 years since I've done it, and I mean, 2017, I went through the fence at turn 2. You know, I lost 52 millimeters of my leg. I bashed out every single rib down one side, broke all them. My back was broken, so, you know, that could have been a career-ending thing, but I didn't. You know, I rolled my sleeves up and come back and made a couple of bad decisions. It was a known mess, you know, the 18-19 disaster, really. Then, you know, we were going to go with Bournemouth Kawasaki, which would have been great, but,
yeah.
You know, Pete came to my house all the way from Bournemouth and shook my hand, and, you know, it was a gentleman, really. But then the COVID hit, so then, you know, the Honda deal come back on side, 30th anniversary of the Blade. I was 50. got an MBE, got a tattoo, new set of teeth, you know. The whole jump was like, all just lining up to go back to Honda. So, and then, you know.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. And then, you know, was scraped on the podium after 12 years, and it feels really sweet. There's no better feeling than on a real hot day like that, you know, and everybody's buzzing, the crowd was huge. I've never seen as many, you know, crowd were massive, all sort of waving around on the last lap, which I've been in that position a few times before, you know, with the likes of Joey Dunlop and Michael Dunlop, and Michael won after his dad died, and, you know, them sort of emotional races that I've been through the years, and we're all the grace of the last 30 years, you know, the DJs and stuff. So been in some mega races, and it was sweet to, you know, it's been a long time since I've been waved into an international road race podium.
Where does it rank amongst all the podiums that you've had over the years?
Yeah, it's not the biggest ranked thing. Like a senior TT win is obviously the huge ones, and but they all mean certain things in different ways, and they've been through different motivations and things. But this is up there because of what I've been through. Really, you know, I've been through quite a bit, and we all do as riders and racers, and sometimes the belief goes, or the passion goes, and you know, some people wouldn't be happy with thirds. You know, if Todd had finished third, he'd be sulking, and I get that. There was times when I was at TT, if I didn't win, I was sulking, you know. But now I'm just in that stage in my life where, you know, we're flying the flag for Honda. Everybody's around me is happy as Larry. Dean's got to do the winning now. Dean's the one with the pressure on him. And for me, it was just like, just the joy in everybody's faces means a lot to me. You know, it's like people who are proud of you, people who believed in you, people who didn't, you know, lose that faith in you, you know what I mean? And it's the right folk as well. You know, good luck. Very good little team in Northwest with Scott and the boys, you know. We just did our own. And we had a few little bumps in the road as well, you know. A wiring loom change, which the boys did an amazing job and stuff like that. So yeah, we're still learning with the 2024 bike, but the base 24 bike at the minute for me is the best. I'm the happiest I've been for a while, you know. 2022 were hard, 23 was okay, but this worked really, really hard on developing some better tyres for the bike, and really worked hard on a lot of things to make the bike easier to ride, and we have a sweet motorcycle. So.
One thing that I was talking to Davey about earlier, I'm sure I've read this, and I'm sure I'm not dreaming it, that there's a quote from you a while back about the young guns coming through. When they can start beating me, they can have my ride. And that's not looking like it's going to happen anytime soon.
Well, no, you know, I mean, you know, they're sort of queuing up, but they're not, you know, they're not really knocking me off my stool at the minute. You know, it's when you look where Hickey is, he's in that team, and, you know, Dunlop's running his own thing, and Hilly's in his own thing. So they're all set up, but they're not, you know, the opportunity's not there for them. So, and when it is there for them, I'm happy to walk away. I really am. I'm happy to hand the baton over and get on with it. You know, you Jamie Cowards, your Paul Jordans, and you know, Adam McLean, these other kids. You know, they're just not quite there yet. And Rob Hodgson, there's a few of them there. You know, and Craig Neves, they're hovering around that 130 mark, and they should be doing 130. I did 130 in 07, you know, around the TT. Dominic Herbert sent another one, you know. If they start turning me over, then I'll be like, you know, I'll move to the side. But at the minute, feels good to still stick it into the youngsters.
Is that still your biggest motivation?
Or
is that your biggest motivation, should I say? That's a better question.
No, not really. I like all them riders. I'm never disrespectful to any of these guys, you know, they're all fast, they all do what they do, they all have their own little takes on it, and, you know, I want to beat them, but I'm not gonna do anything crazy to beat them.
No, of course.
You know what I mean? I'm not, if somebody's in front of me, it's like when James was in front of me on last lap, you know, he made that wrong decision, but I was happy for James to be on the podium, or me be fourth, or whatever, you know. But it's, some of my doubts is pissed me off a bit, you know, like, oh, you should retire and, you know, and move to the side of it and give somebody else a chance to ride in. But, I mean, if I'm not, Honda know the value in me, and they know that, you know, as a young kid's going to start, you know, winning races, and I'd get replaced straight away. That's the business. I understand that, but they're not. So, you know, I get motivated by people saying I'm finished and I'm too old, and, you know, so I just like to roll my sleeves up a bit. It's funny. Certain things more, you know, I'm going into massive detail. It all sounds a bit weird, but, you know, I just like riding my bike, you know. I just like just being part of it, and I just don't know, but I always think people are laughing at me sometimes, you know. That's what hurts more than anything, like, oh, you know, look at stay, you know, you fat bastard, you know, you should be packing in and all this. I get people more under the breath at me about that, so that's what sometimes hurts me feelings sometimes. But other than that, I still, like I say, as long as I'm holding my own, I'm not wasting petrol.
Yeah.
And there's a value in what I do, and, you know, and I can accept finishing. I got to TT and I'm 6th in the first Superbike race, and
yeah,
we got a little silver trophy in my hand.
We'll take that.
Yeah, happy.
That's it. You're getting the rewards for doing that, and it's still putting the effort in. You're not just toddling around making the numbers up. You've still got to put a fair old effort in to finish top 10 at the TT this year.
Motivates me to still put food on the table and do nice things in life. It's opened a lot of doors up for me. You know, we've had a whirlwind first part of this year. It's been nuts. We've been Thailand on a family holiday. We went to flipping South Africa on another holiday, and to Kyalami. We went to Bahrain Formula 1, got invited by the Crown Prince of Bahrain, which has opened other doors up for me. So, you know, we're on a certain show next Saturday that I can't talk about just yet, but yeah, it's just like loads of little cool.
Not another podcast.
No, podcast. It's a little bit bigger than my podcast.
I hope so.
No, but you know what I mean.
Thanks, mate.
Lots of like little cool bits all just going on. So, you know, I keep motivating, keep riding, keep meeting people, keep travelling to places and doing things. I like all that, you know. Family a massive part of it. So,
do you get a chance to stop and take it all in at the same time?
Try to, yeah. Try to. You don't think about it at the time, but when you get back and you realise what you've been up to, you do.
Yeah.
We do some cool stuff. This week's been pretty tough because I got to TT on Tuesday, and weirdly I'm a little rituals where I sort stuff out, make sure this is clean, that's straight, this is that, and then bills are paid, this is invoice, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, just in case I don't come back from the TT, so I like to get all the I's dotted and T's crossed before I go to Isle of Man, which sounds really weird, but if you've never been in that position, you probably never understand it. But
it was the TT film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Closer to the edge, cutting the grass before you go, making sure everything's right.
What a bastard.
I mean, there's someone there, you got like three quarters of Lancashire to mow.
I don't know. I've got this new mower as well. I'm like, it's got a 730 V twin Kawasaki. It's the most alcoholic petrol engine in the world. I'm like, pouring more and more petrol in it. I'm like, get up in the morning, you just like, but it's cool. Yeah, cool where we live. I love it in a minute. I'm not getting much time to do a right lot at home, but last few days and a bit home, it's been really cool, you know, because we just had some lapwings hatch as well, and some ducks hatch and stuff like that. So it's really, I actually look at birds now. The ones with wings, not the two-legged ones. They have two eyes, but ones with wings. Yeah, so it's nice. Do
you have the Merlin app?
No.
There's a Merlin app that you play, you press record,
right,
and it recognises birdsong. So when you're in your garden and there's goldfinches and all sorts flying about, it's Merlin Ornithology Lab.
Oh, we've got the house martins back.
Excellent.
Look at them lapwings.
And the lapwing chicks are there.
Yeah. Hedge trees are desperate for the crows to come and get them.
Well, that's the thing. We've got some personal.
We've got some jackdaws, and they are horrible, horrible things. So yeah, look at that. Oh, well, the guy.
See, that's stunning.
It's Lancashire. It's up north. I'll let you know.
Well, you know, we're just north of Burnley. We're only an hour away from you.
Yeah.
We're only just north of Burnley.
Like from Yorkshire. You're Yorkshire, that's that.
No.
Oh yeah, Lancastrian.
Yeah, Jennifer is born and bred in Lincolnshire. So, you know, she brought me over to the the wet and cloudy side. The preparation. How much are you looking forward to the TT again this year? As Honda's rider and ambassador, it's TT number. I can't remember. I lost count.
I think when I lined up on the grid, it'll be my 110th start. First TT were 96.
That was at 96. So
missed 2001 with foot and mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 with injury, 18 with injury. And then the COVID year. So a lot of TTs, a lot of mileage, over 50,000 miles on there. 110th start coming up. 4 races.
You're doing the Superbike,
Two Superbike, 2 Superstock.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yes. Am I worried? Yes. Am I a bit anxious? Yes. My new kit came last week. And, when the delivery van's coming up my drive, I'm sort of the doorway with an ad on, Can't wait for my new kit to come. Been working on the camper, it was nearly 3 weeks I was across at the TT. It's a big, sort of a long time. So, yeah, there's loads of, tinkering about my merchandise. I'm excited, yeah. And the bottom line is, once I shut the visors, that's the bit we all like doing,
Yeah.
Once you get the weather, and I'm happy because my bike's pretty good. Had a little issue with the super bikes, but we'll start to address that. So, we're going to have some weapon bikes. A couple of great teammates with Nathan and Dean.
Yeah.
Dean's solid. Love working with Dean. Funny, witty, fast pedaler, easy going. I've had millions of teammates over the year. I've had some fantastic ones.
Sorrymate.com are specialist motorcycle accident solicitors that have decades of experience dealing with all types of motorbike accident claims. They know that having the right person represent you with your motorcycle accident claim can make a huge difference in all aspects of your journey to recovery that follows any motorbike accident. Sorrymate.com is run by bikers for bikers. I know the team well. They're genuinely great people who really care about their clients. Head to sorrymate.com to find out how the team can help you, or just click the link in the description below.
A few miserable ones, Rutter being one of them.
That's standard, that wasn't it? Standard for Michael.
International pub MTV. Can empty a pub in 5 minutes.
We're trying to find a point where we can sit down with him as well and chew the fat over.
Just like me to death.
Well, he's
2 days younger than me, but he looks 2 years older.
He's a character in himself. Yeah. I mean, I'll admit to, when I was over there in 22, there was all the build up. I did the full 2 weeks with OMG, as their press officer, and we were up on the gate, just in front of the start arch on that left hand side, and the countdown came. Everybody started to come down through the bit where you paddle the bike down to the arch, and the tap man, as I call him, he sat there with his hand on his shoulder, and our chef was with me, Rob, at the time, Rob, and the tap on the shoulder came, you went, and he looks at me and he went, "Are you all right?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and he could see I actually had tears in my eyes.
Mm.
And he's like, "This is what this place does to you." I'm like, "Yeah."
Quite emotional.
That's
a roller coaster, isn't it?
I think so. And that's just me driving.
My brother was there. My brother was there. He was in tears, obviously, when I set off. When my little brother Kurt.
Yeah.
And we'd been away on with the COVID job, and I was number 1 on the gold bike.
Yeah.
100 star, 50-year-old, blade was 30 years old. Just like tons of little cool boxes ticked. But at the end of the day, you still got to pedal, hold on to the bike. And that race was great. The result was great. 5th, but I didn't ride very well. A little bit frustrating for me, I thought. Glenn went faster as a newcomer.
Yeah.
It shouldn't really happen, but fair play to Glenn. But yeah, the result on paper looked good, but I was a little bit unfit in 22. One in a great place, I got sucked into the hype of everything instead of concentrating on what it was about, So 23-year-old better.
Thing is, you're still human at the end of the day. You still got the family. You still suffer the outside pressures. Talking to Toddy about this earlier, you still suffer the outside pressures the same as everybody else does. Like you said, you've got to provide for them.
Yeah.
You got to provide for the family, for Becky and the kids, and there's still a job to be done.
It's a different world when you're a parent, and you know, every day did the school run back. You know, she hurt her knee the other day, so I had to take her to a physio in Manchester at like 9:30 at night. Stuff like that. You know, when you haven't got kids, it's quite hard to explain when you've got them. They've got to work around you though. Our kids have always worked around our job, if you like. And sometimes I feel a little bit guilty that I've took them away from a lot of the childhood. Things that maybe you should do or shouldn't do, I don't know, but they've travelled to all the races, most of the races with us all over the world. So, and like Ewan now works a monster, and Maisie loves it. You know, she loves the paddock atmosphere in life. So, but yeah, I guess it's like a disease, you know. It's like I hate that word drug, because anything to do with drugs, me, and it's just like some sort of illness that you've got that you can't get out of, you know. It's an addiction. It's an addiction, yeah. But even addiction always reminds me of...
No, yeah, I suppose, yeah. It's same sort of thing, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. Never had any drugs, I don't know. I've had drugs, got addicted to them when I burnt my leg, so that was a world of real fucking mess that was, because there's nobody to turn to at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're injured. It becomes a tough place, you know, and we don't get any help as bike riders. We don't get any help, so... And we're all tough, you know. Well, we think we're tough, but we're not.
This is what I mean about the human side of it. You still hurt. You still got a job to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of our fans, a lot of our listeners and subscribers understand the sport really well. But this is what we try and bring across to the guys and girls that are watching and listening. That, you know, you've got commitments out there. But I was talking to Richard Cooper Thursday night about his leg break.
Yeah.
Here coming out of Goddard's, and it was COVID for him. He had nobody to say. He had to deal with it himself. So, did you know you could dig that far after the crash at the Northwest?
I was addicted to tramadol. I was addicted to Oromorphs. I was addicted to long like pain ready me thing. But I just ended up going losing weight, not eating, getting worse, getting grumpy, not sleeping, wandering around at night, driving cars around, just horrendous. Like I say, sometimes there is, thankfully, but not for him, Hutchie was there at the end of the phone, really, because I'd bust my leg in 17 and he went and busted his again in the TT, so, you know, and at the time, you're very selfish as a rider, because you don't, when you're not injured, you don't really know about somebody who's injured. I remember when Stuart Easter got injured at the Northwest 200 really badly. I shied away from it, you know, I always felt guilty about that. I should have been there for him a lot more, but when you're not hurting and you got all the commitments coming to yourself, it's hard to talk about it. Sometimes you need an independent person to talk about it, but, you know, most people, when you talk about motorbike crashes, you know, it's your own fault. They don't want to know, do they? But it's not, it's our job.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we do, you know, we develop bikes, we develop things, and it's not more than just hurling around on a motorbike. But yeah, it was a tough part of my life, and you know, 2015 maybe when I won that senior TT, I should have walked away, really. You know, in hindsight, that would have been the perfect time to go, but I still love riding my bikes, you know. So.
That's the bottom line. You're motorcycle racing.
Yeah.
Those that understand it realise that you're there to ride your bike. The adulation that comes with it, sitting down with us tonight to do this, the MJK bikes and banter nights that you do are all fantastic. But the thing that you enjoy doing the most, it's right.
Well, they give you a pack of cards and you said, oh, you know, you're going to have 55 great years, 23 TT wins, a couple of healthy kids, travel the world. Or you're going to have 60 years. Your wife's going to hate you. You're going to have 2 divorces. Kids are going to hate you. I don't know what you take. I'd take the 55 great years. I'm 52. I don't know. You know, what is the way to look at it? I want to live forever. We all do. But at some point, we can't. But, you know, I'd soon have a slightly shorter, brilliant life and a long load of hassle. You know, I respect loads of people who, you know, you see day-to-day people who do day-to-day jobs. I respect them so much, you know, truck drivers, anything like that. They're out there providing for the family. Sometimes I think I've got the best job in the world. You know, I can always go on my motocross bike and dick around its field. I can pick the phone up and go to a speedway match. a lot of people don't have them opportunities, you know, and they sat there at the end of the month they've got 40 quid left to go get an ice cream and whatever, you know. So it's
But you've still
a world out there, but you know,
you've still earned that though. You've earned the right to do that.
I get that. I've had a good do, you know. I've had a real good do, and I always pride myself on being right with everybody. You know, I've always never shafted anybody. Well, I don't think so. Any listeners, I genuinely don't think I have, and I've never really been shafted by many myself. I've always been pretty honest and fair with everybody, and with my mechanics, my teammates, with everybody. You know, there's been a few bumps in the road, but you know, when I was at my best, when I was riding at my best, I was unbeaten at the TT for 10 years, and I was also winning on BSB race at Super Stock. I always had the right people around me. And I really, really, really pushed to have that right people around you. You know, you can have 20 million quid and the best kit in the world, but if you haven't got the right environment structure around you, you're not going to win anything.
No.
So, you know, when we was me, Leighton Haig, Julian Boland, and the guys around me at that period when we were winning, we had a good laugh. We had beer together. We ate together, and you know, slightly come away from that now. Really, racing, it's still great. Don't get me wrong, it's slightly different. And now now looking at it, that's the wrong way to do it. But at the time, that was the best way to do it.
Why is it slightly different now?
Well, they train hard now. They're obsessed with, some people are obsessed with things. I don't know, maybe social media, maybe training, maybe, but they have to do that. Their bikes are harder to ride. You know, they are way more. Well, they brake harder. You know, but in our day, it was there were. Everybody had a beer. Everybody had a bit more fun. I think. But what might make me laugh and might not make a 25-year-old laugh anymore. You know, what they laugh at is probably what I wouldn't laugh at. I don't know. But there was not much malice in anything years ago. We'd all take the piss out of each other, and you know, there were no phones, and people would respect your privacy a bit more and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm probably going off on a tangent to your question, but
I don't mind.
I don't know. I just think that bit's still the same.
Yeah.
You know, the actual sitting on the motorcycle is still the same, and to come through 3 decades, 2 strokes to 4 strokes to carburetors to fuel injected to fly-by-wire to traction control I mean, bloody hell, I've come through so many different ranges of bikes and classes and stuff, so I really love the technology. I really, really like it. So I just like working with it. I like it. I like trying to help with the team as well, you know. But they're different gravy. Tommy's different gravy to me, you know. I'd love to be able to help him more, but he rides faster than me, you know. I don't know. I think people have their own way of doing things these days, and nobody's got a magic wand. And
a lot more intensity around these days, isn't there? I find, especially with this show, and what I'd like to do at some point in the winter is come up to the farm and go through some of the stories that you have. Not a career resume, because anybody can read that on Wikipedia, but we find our listeners and viewers adore the stories.
Yeah.
The Granty stories, Reg's stories, Roger Burnett, Charlie Williams, Simo. We've had all those guys on.
I've been Joey's teammate, I've been Robert's teammate, I've been Michael Dunlop's teammate, I've been all three of them, you know. All the stories of Min could sit here for hours talking about it, couldn't it? Being Joey's teammate. And
what's your best memory of being Joey's teammate?
Because
this is I'll let you give
standing on the podium with him. I think me and Michael stood on the podium with him, in awe of him really, because it was a bit of a damp sort of crappy race, and just suited Joey down to the ground, you know. Off he went on that factory bike, and they brought the parts for him. I loved all that. They were at the Northwest 200, and the bike was pretty average, and it was James Towson's bike, and then he was like, I need some better stuff, and they brought some Aaron Slice factory world Suzuka 8-hour engine, and he delivered, you know. And he just had them smiles on his face where I knew that he knew that, you know, it was wasn't two fingers up at everybody. It was just like just a little, you know, I'm still here type thing. You know, I loved all that. And he stood on the podium, dropped his bottle of champagne. He had lost that finger, didn't he? The wedding ring finger was gone off of a Tandragee crash. He was telling me wedding ring used to fall off all the time. He used to have to stitch his glove up, so his glove up flapping around. And I got quite close to him, I believe. At the time, I didn't realise at the time, but all the family were like, "Whew, close to you a lot. And you've got a lot closer than anybody else has." I got his house, looked at his trophies. I mean, stuff for you, so many cool little trophies and pictures and stuff like that I'd seen and read about as a kid. So it was unbelievable to ride alongside him. And we had some problems at Northwest, and he said, "I'll test the bike." You know, he lives on this straight road. He's got a Vimto or Honda coat on, pair of jeans and trainers, and the famous yellow lid, no gloves, disappears on this SB1 flat out down the road. I'm like, Jesus, nice for, you know, police are there. I was like, oh God. They said, "Oh, Joey's just gone past us, going the other way about 150 miles an hour. So we're never going to catch him up. But just wish him all the best for the race on the Saturday." Just, I thought we were all going to jail. But yeah, I've had some great teammates. Yeah, travelled everywhere with everybody. All Macau Grand Prix, British Grand Prix, 3 500 Grand Prix here at Donington. 1 250 Grand Prix, loads of races at Scarborough, Ulster Grand Prix, Northwest. Yeah, just mint really. World Endurance, World Super Sport year in 02 was a dreadful year. Then I got pneumonia at the start of 2002, spent 5 days in hospital in Johannesburg, and quite an interesting hospital.
Why?
Just, it wasn't pretty. I had some decent insurance, and that was the best hospital there. I was like, really? Yeah, so I was...
this is the best you can do?
I remember a guy walking past me, he opened the window and just jumped out the window. About 10 floors up. Dead. I'm like, meat. Oh, mate, he's just threw it out the window. Just, yeah, life experience. 5 days in hospital, and I was like, oh, I need to get out of here. Signed myself out, went back home with the team. And it was at the time Neil Tuxford was the boss. And he had a new girlfriend, a South African girlfriend. And she was moving back with him to England, and he's that tight. He's such a miserable bastard. Like 26 of us in the team, and I can't remember at the time, whatever airline, KLM, they allowed you 40 kilos or something. So we all got a box of her stuff to bring back.
No.
So it cost him less money. I was thinking, well, I've got you just rattle this box, and I was expecting some like dilly to start. So I'd love to hold in my box. All the team had a box of crap. And those to take back are like, in typical Neil.
There's so many stories about
like old Suzuki, like going to Suzuki. I was carrying a petrol tank to Suzuki off the plane. Had a petrol tank on me, and took it on a boat, a train. Oh God, we took our Aprilia to Daytona in 1997 in hand luggage. Boom, first road there with Birdie. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Fucking carousels go around. Oh, there's the chassis, there's fucking exhaust pipes, and bits of shit were dragging them up. And we built it in the motel room. We didn't realise we couldn't get it down in the lift. It wouldn't fit in the lift.
So they're building furniture.
I had to lift it up like that, lift that wheel and bring it down the lift. But some crack over years. Like I say, that just wouldn't be done now, would it?
No.
It'd be absolutely massively frowned upon. But we just took the hand luggage, we took the bike in bits and built it in the motel room.
Didn't they bring one of the original Honda 6s over in hand luggage, if I remember right, from Japan? I'm sure Roger Burnett was. I know that's before your time. I know that.
Yeah, they probably would have done. I mean, Sashiro Honda, he went off to in '59 when they got the pants pulled down. Really, they're laughing at him. He went to Italy, didn't he, and bought Benelli parts and MV parts and loads of parts from all over Europe, and just stuffed them in his hand luggage and took it all back, and just come back 2 years later and destroyed them all. So yeah, I was talking to Mr. Honda. He's my friend, Hirotoshi Honda. His son is, he's my mate. He gave me my electric winning bike, so it's quite a cool bike in my bike collection. So yeah.
How many bikes have you got in your collection there?
80-ish.
Which is your favourite?
Probably my TSR 250 Honda, my Vimto bike from '99 when we first TTM. Probably closely followed by my 06 and 7 Honda. 06 and 7 Honda 5-blade HM plan bike was fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant. I never missed a beat TT. I did the double one at the Northwest on it, but it was just really rocketed everything on me. 401, 501, 6, 7, just the trajectory of where I was going was just flying. And, you know, at that first 130 lap in 07 on that bike. So then we were away then, you know, till was ringing and we were living the dream, you know.
How did that trajectory start? I mean, are we all right for time? Because I was told half an hour, so.
I don't know. I was just, I don't know. I started off with nothing, and KO and S and my T, you know, I got that Shell scholarship in '92. I was naive. I thought I was gonna go on to be world champion, but I didn't. I was never been managed me by anybody. I've always done my own things. And God help me at the start, mum and stuff. But '92, I got that Shell thing, and then at the end I got dumped. But probably rightly so. I didn't do enough. Then Sean Emmett went on to Grand Prix. Then 93, 4, 5, I did it on my own. So I bought a TZ off Rob Mack out of muscle fishing in Morecambe Bay. $8.5 grand in cash. Give it to Rob Mack. And then, yeah, just six really was the start. 1996, when Birdie stepped in. You know, Birdie stepped in and said, I'll buy you a new bike and I want 10 grand off you. I said, right, no problem. I didn't even know how to spell 10 grand, never mind earning it. So I was off, like, working for Birdie, driving van, delivering chicken, working on the bikes. And I sort of worked me 10 grand off, if you like. But 96 was... But it's been a good journey. I'm not gonna call it a career. I don't think it's called a career. It's just a fun journey. You know, it's been... Never thought I'd be sat at 52 with what we've achieved. In the back of a shitty old Honda truck. Didn't matter off him. It's just been, it's good. It has been good, like, and it's still giving, you know. It's still giving.
It is. So if you're still giving it, you're still going to take it, aren't you? You're not going to turn anything down at this point now. You like we said before, you've earned the right to be here.
No, it's cool. 2024 bike, new electric scooter. Quite excited about that.
Oh, that's always good.
Put battery on, charge you up, pretty much. I mean, it's like magic, isn't it, electric?
What more do you need from that?
So yeah, 80 bikes in collection. Happy wife. Kids are happy. Kids are safe. Nobody's going to repossess me telly.
Not in bad position.
27 acres. Motocross track, go-kart track. The old river going through the land. So yeah, birds.
You've done all right out of it. You've done all right out of it so far. What
Your sponsorship deal with trainers?
I did notice.
Sponsored by them.
Nice touch, though.
Oh, really? Kurt Geiger.
Kurt Geiger, yeah.
Yeah, they sponsor me now, so that's all right.
Nice touch.
I thought they like girls trainers, though, don't they?
They keep you up with the kids, mate. That's what it is. It's, you know, you can keep it in that 52. I'm sat here wearing my Nikes. You know, it's still, you can be as young as you want to be. Can't
All clothes are ever been designed for were to keep you warm and stop your knob hanging out. Wasn't it? What were clothes ever designed for?
It's absolutely ridiculous.
To keep you warm and stop your bits hanging out. That was all clothes are ever designed for. I don't know what pastor and go, a nice jacket, mate, or...
No.
I don't see women and go, fucking nice wedding ring and all that. I don't see that at all.
But you've never been
Look past all
materialistic
that.
in that sense.
What's inside here?
Yeah. You can even...
Come go then.
Can we do this in the winter?
Yeah.
At your place? Would you mind?
Maybe.
If you stop avoiding me.
Can do. Come and have a look.
We wish
Get
you
through the TT.
Yeah, exactly. Get TT, get the season out of the way.
Yeah.
It'd be good when it's sort of November time when things quieten down for you.
Yeah.
We'll come up and have a couple of hours.
Where's the Macau then?
Oh, you back? I'm fucking Macau. I think Alex has just popped in Macau. Who said that?
I'm going. You're 100 not going, I'm going.
Exactly, you get yourself out there. It's a holiday time, isn't it? This has been fantastic for the first time.
Good.
John, thank you so much.
No.
What an absolute pleasure. Wish you all the very best for the TT. And we'll come and see you in the winter. And thank you to Alex at Honda as well for organising this.
Oh, thank him. Where's he at?
I think he's dying of hunger, I think, round the corner.
Half an hour, you said, you villain.
No, I'll give you half an hour, but I imagine much you getting talking.
We'll do it. So let's finish it off. Ladies and gentlemen, John McGuinness.